Hello there, peeps. This is Wataketa once again, after a long time. Seriously, how long has it been since I've done an LP on YouTube? Anyway, I am here with this game called World of Horror that has been garnering my interest recently. Partially because I want to get into modding it, so we'll see how that fares in the future, once I practice with that. But also, Rome Mithril has been playing this game a lot recently, which is what made me notice it. And then I ended up joining the World of Horror Discord, and I've been learning a lot about the game, which has led me to want to try basically a challenge of sorts. Those who are familiar with Rome Mithril's runs of the game will know that at the time of this recording, which is December 22nd, he tried to run the game using his name as the seed, and, well, basically he took 2 steps out of the house and instantly died of insanity. And then he tried again, and, well, more cursed things happened, and then he died of insanity again. Since those runs, the Rome seed has been making the rounds in the World of Horror Discord, and it's become kind of a meme that seed will make you lose, will give you lots of reason damage. And so here I am, trying with my attempt on the run now. I've been looking forward to getting the game to be able to play this, and then someone just gifted it to me, so I am, you know who you are, thank you for that, I highly appreciate it. So, first things first, we need to make sure combat is on last stand, and horror, we're gonna set this to cultist difficulty, and timeline A. I haven't messed around with timeline B yet, I might do that later, but for now, I'm sticking with most of the same settings that Rome had. These are all as they should be. We haven't even unlocked any additional packs. And now here's where we set the seed. And the end is already set up. Sweet! Here we go. Let's see how this fares. City of Shirakawa, Japan, 1980X. Something strange is happening in our town. Robed figures can be seen gathering in the woods at night. People are going missing. Disgusting creatures are terrorizing the seaside. The rapid technological progress of the modern era brings comfort, but also unknown threats. Old gods, malicious eldritch beings who ruled the earth eons ago, are awakening as reality starts to crumble. Armed with clues, spells, and your dwindling sanity, doubly so in this seed, you'll investigate mysteries across the city and in realms beyond. An old train slows down and stops at its last station. The end of the world is at hand, and you've finally arrived in the doomed town. And so here we get to choose our character, and if we decide to, a backstory as well. We're gonna go with the standard World of Horror backstories, and the character Haru. That is not Haru. That is also not Haru. There we go. Name Haru. Age 24, male, he is a Yakuza driver, and robbing that old abandoned manor was a mistake. With his friends dead and mutilated and a vengeful horror chasing him, no speed is too high. He starts out with more strength and less knowledge, as well as cigarettes. And you're gonna need to rely a lot on cigarettes playing as Haru. He's basically the hard mode of the game. Won't mess around with the extra options, no need. And I've already beaten the game a few times. A couple, actually, not a few. So I've unlocked Scenario Mode, which actually isn't available yet. I imagine it will be available in a future update. And Endless Mode. But for now, we'll just stick with Classic Mode. Somewhere a group of people gathers, trying to awaken their master. So we have a few options here. But for this seed, we're gonna go with Goizo, the very same god that Rome went when he tried this seed. And the very same one that everyone in Discord goes when they try this seed. Like I said, it's basically become a meme. Banished to the other dimension a long time ago, Goizo has found a way to use mirrors to ensnare and teleport its prey straight through the glass, and the glimpses behind your reflections are just the beginning of a real nightmare. The Old Gods effect is mirror horror, in which case resting increases the doom penalty. Thankfully, it is possible to beat the game without resting, so we'll see just how dangerous of an effect that is. That's hardly the highest concern for this scene. Of course, now that I've said that, it could very well go where I need to rest a few times. We'll just see how it goes. And so here we are in-game. This is the town. We can visit the lighthouse, but there's a bunch of locks on it, so we can't really do anything here. We have to leave for now. We start out with Hard Knock. Upgrade, +1 damage while under Nicotine Rush effect. And we have Nicotine Withdrawal. Smoking kills. So we're gonna need to get some cigarettes soon. Like here. We start out with cigarettes, thankfully. And this is a screen that I imagine, Rome, if you are watching, you will not be familiar with. So I'll go ahead and explain it. This basically allows you to set the two options on the left side of the two options per area. You might recognize the shop for items and police station from your own runs, and it'll make more sense once we get in. But this is something you'll unlock after you get 15 achievements. I was actually surprised I unlocked it so quickly. But yeah, for now we'll just stick with the standard settings, which are shop for items and police station here. Rest here, there's no other options. Library and schoolyard. Enter and pharmacy. I actually don't know if pharmacy was included in the default settings. We'll go with it for now, but I'm pretty sure enter was the only option. Either way, shouldn't be too much of a problem. Hardware shop. We'll turn off Witch's Tree. That's just something we'll unlock later. Neighbor, and nothing for mansion or village. Don't seem to have any other options there. We'll just confirm and continue for now. Check our mailbox. Something's rattling in there. First things first, we're going to check here for library notes. Now I will say, from this spot, I have actually gotten an empty bottle before a few times. I don't know what causes it, the difference between library notes or an empty bottle, or if other items can appear there, but that's worth noting. Okay, next up we want to go here for funds, and let's check out what type of costumes we have. The thug jacket is the default. Nice. Bar brawl. Spiffy. Mafia. Suddenly he's Kiryu Kazuya? Is it Kazuma or Kazuya? Never played Yakuza. And t-shirt, which is basically this without the coat. We'll play as Kiryu Kazuya. Why not? And we'll go ahead and start by taking a bath for a slight experience boost, because no reason not to, I mean. What's on the TV? This doesn't really affect anything to my knowledge. Once a year, a ramen shop appears where there was once an alleyway. The ramen sold inside is made from its former patrons, but can cure any health problem. From its former patrons? That can be a little concerning. Yeah, let's just, move on from that. And you have, during this game, we have 5 mysteries to deal with. And there are 6. This one, if we take this one, it will replace, Macabre Memoir of Morbid Mermaids. But in this case, it's a custom mystery, so I won't do any custom mysteries this time around. If you don't like the mysteries you got, you can also reroll mysteries. But actually like these ones. Okay, and then I got the Blood Curdling Botanist. Worst case scenario, I can just get the D ending for that. I'm just concerned about... Just in my previous run, I did try going for the good ending, and, yeah, Rome. If you're... Just the concern, that has one of the hardest bosses in the game, so be wary of that. Should you try to go for the good ending in that one. I speak from painful experience. Right then. First one will be... Kind of surprised I didn't get the ramen one. Or the arms one, for that matter. Which one do I want to do first? Well, I guess we can go with we can go with this one. Horrible History of Household Hell. I've only gotten one of the endings. I could try to do the rest of the a different ending. Alright, so first things first, we need to investigate the Seaside This is a side quest. First we have our main quest up here, and the area that has a ring around it is the area we need to investigate to progress to this mystery, and that's how you progress through the game. This is a side quest. You don't need to do this, but this will either trigger the good ending when you clear the mystery, or at least give you the lead you to options that will lead you closer to getting the good ending. In this case, I will take investigating the Seaside location twice, after a quick visit to downtown. And I forgot to replace the police station. Oh well. It's not that huge concern. And apologies if you hear some sounds in the background. Presents are being wrapped. Ooh, steak knife. Sweet. Actually, I kind of want the compass. I'll get the compass first, and... Neat. Now I can get the steak knife. The compass is sweet because if you get it early on, you can just get +2 experience for each area you investigate, which adds up quickly. That starts us off at 8 Doom, which isn't really ideal, but eh. I'll also go ahead and recruit some people. If Ooh didn't do those drawings, then who did? Alright, what do you give me? Okay, bye. No stat decreases here. We're already hard enough as is. This is already hard enough as is. Hasn't come to school since last week. Alright, yay. -1 strength, seriously? Computer program that we don't talk about that. Not... Actually, I think... Was that one of the mysteries? We'll see later, I guess. Okay, what do you give me? Cheaper pharmacy items. Okay, I'll take it. I don't think they'll give away cigarettes, which I desperately need in this playthrough, but we'll see what happens. There is one partner you can find that would be very helpful for Haru, who grants you cigarettes after each battle you win, but it's a matter of luck. Right then, let's see here. Right, I still need to investigate the Seaside location, so let's do that now. Location's threat level increases. That's a thing. Could be a problem. We'll see. After a long night without much sleep, you decide to go for a ride along the coast to clear your head. But it's hard not to think about the night that started everything. Behind this wheel, driving like hell after watching your brothers in arms get slaughtered and not doing a damn thing to save them. You were a coward. +5 experience, but -1 reason. Here we go. You've learned the cliff the mansion was built on is famous for its extensive cave system. You've decided to rent some books that might help you. Alright, anything go to storage? No? Okay, this is all. Okay. An article covers a group of scientists from Tokyo. They were exploring and mapping weird cave formations found in the cliffs. The search of the missing team of scientists continues. The only clue so far is a code written on a cavern wall, 437 Hertz. That'll come in handy later. Good to know. Now for the architect's journal. One house owner, however, decided to make use of the cave tunnel. It's a natural concert hall, he claims. And you know what I just realized? I actually need to hold on to one of those students who dropped my stats. So, hey, buddies, any of you want to help me out? +1 perception. Okay, what do you give me? Perfect! You'll be the fodder. Right then. So now we've investigated Seaside twice, now we investigate the school. And now here we go, more reason loss. We'll see how this fares over time. So far, a lot of reason damage. I will not be taking the gun. Instead, I will just raise my reason a bit. That seems like a good idea right now in this seed. Comparing... And I realize I haven't been reading this. Oops. My bad. Comparing different mansions with a sketch, you finally find the one. There's only one problem. You will need a strong rope to enter the mansion through the high window. Now we're going back to Seaside. You're forced to investigate Seaside once, at least in this quest, so it's actually a better idea to just do one round trip, one side trip for it, and then just progress the plot normally, because then you'll get the second one as you progress. Noted. I'll bear that in mind next time. Old Fisherman. You decide to enter a small shady bar in the docks. Maybe one of the old fishermen can help you on your quest. However, persuading them to do so might be difficult. I have 7 charisma. Might help. Yeah! You catch the fishermen in a good mood. They tell you tales of sunken cities inhabited by underwater things with too many legs. You make it through the window. This is the abandoned mansion your friends have talked about. I don't think there's supposed to be a comma there. Let's explore it. Why not? There's a local legend about a heartbroken seamstress. One stormy night, she broke into a local inn and stitched the unsuspecting guests together. Her final gruesome artwork? Her final gruesome artwork. Well, that's just a legend, right? Let's just rifle through the cupboard. Oh! Hi! At least I didn't lose any stats from that. Now we need to investigate the mansion. Let's hope I get some good luck here. You feel watched. I am being watched. I don't have a holy candle, so I lose 2 reason. Beautiful. Let's check here. In the middle of a room, you see a man tied to a chair. You rush in to help. When you remove his gag, though, the man starts shouting curses and ancient prophecies. You fall on the floor, your mind flooded with unspeakable images as the man slowly stands up, completely ignoring the chair he was seemingly tied to. He is a cult member, and he's gonna increase doom. Hey, it's not reason. I think it's about time to use cigarettes. Now I have nicotine rush. It's considered a curse, but we lose 1 cigarette each investigation, but as long as this is active, our combat actions are faster. Sweet. I can probably get away with, yeah, let's do that. Yeah, they don't want to do a strong attack with base chance to hit being so low, so... Yeah, I do have a steak knife. So let's do this. Let me remind myself, what did this code say? 437? Okay. Let me write that down, actually. Alright. That'll work, and note for Rome as well, if you're watching this. You can save your current combat thing here, so you don't need to input it every time. I forget if you actually were doing that or not, but it's helpful. Curious statue, ooh, that's good. You just hold on to it and you gain knowledge. Or you have higher knowledge. Helpful. Still, we have 22 Doom. That's not good. Let's just study the symbols. Yay, more experience. Following a suspicious person, you enter an old run-down mansion room. It stinks like spoiled milk and only has 2 doors, one of which you came through. You can't see the strange man anywhere. There's nothing really important here, but you think you might be able to use the one item you do find. But we gotta go to storage to see what it is. An energy drink. Okay. I'll store the library notes for now. I don't know yet if I want any spells. Well, actually, you know what? I'll just put these in the storage, actually. And take out the library notes. In case I do end up wanting to use them. Let's find what we're looking for, eh? Reading room. It looks like one of the previous owners of this mansion liked to read. Dusty tomes reach the ceiling. You don't have much time, but maybe you could spare some time to look through the books? With how my Doom's looking, probably not. Let's just move on. Aha! Here we are. Study room. You aren't sure what to expect. The sturdy door to the study room opens with a creak. Reading is hard. The dark, dusty room is empty, but something feels wrong. A faint draft, perhaps. You move the rotten carpet aside to reveal a secret passageway cut directly into the cliff rock. Following a strange song, you discover a hidden passage that leads you to an underground chamber connected to the sea. You can't find the source of the sounds, but then it hits you. The acoustics of this place make the waves sound like the most beautiful serenade. Mesmerized, you step closer to the stone altar at the end of the room. You can step closer, or explore some more. I'm gonna explore some more. You try to explore the... I don't have a flashlight. So I can only step closer, unfortunately. Oh well. Unholy chants coming from the caves connected with the mansion must have driven the family insane. With no connection to the outside world, they fed on what they had. Themselves. Ugh. However, this doesn't explain the fresh corpses and wet tracks around the altar. Horrible history of household hell ending C. Rewards for solving this mystery is 30 experience, 15 experience, -3 Doom, +1 reason stamina. That's actually looking pretty good right now. And 1 day. Doom is pretty high for my standards after the first mystery, but we'll see how it fares.